Alright, good morning once again, everybody. We are here with break 400. This is our milestone break. It will be a 25 Elite USA case, a 25 Elite Hobby case, a full set of show card exclusives from 25 Elite, so each team will get their corresponding card. And one lucky person will receive a $300 website gift card, which was the entry fee into the break. Our team list for today: Broncos, Josiah, Waho; Raiders, Ben Charlesworth; Bulldogs, Devon, Stewart; Sharks, Holly Ann; Dolphins, Aaron Frost; Titans, Lee Marschall; Manly, Steve; Storm, Matt Price; Knights, Rick Laws; Cowboys, Byron Scott; Eels, Jeremy Thomas; Panthers, Brent; Hampton; Rabbitohs, Nicholas Verwey; Dragons, Chris Keys; Roosters, Ben Patterson; Warriors, Scotty Murray; and Tigers, Kevin Follis. And here we are. This is our set of show cards. We'll leave them in the case. There's no point taking them out at the moment, but we will put them to the side, out of the way. We do have both cases up here, and I will drop the USA one down on the ground until we need it. And before we do that, let's bring the chat up. G'day William, g'day Jared. We've done the team randomizer for 401, Jared, if you didn't see it, mate. Let's see it go to Roosters. I was actually thinking to myself, like, this has to be some sort of omen for him. Alright, to start us off, number 10, Jack Whiten with the Rabbitohs. Giving the Johns cards to the Knights, spot in the next one. No, Jared. Stop talking to yourself and telling yourself the things that you want to hear, buddy. He's a Canberra fan. G'day all, cheers. If I don't in the reps, Dylan Edwards. Marquee, Tommy Turbo for Manly. Salami kick out, parallel for the Bulldogs. New recruit Valentine Holmes for the Dragons. Ruby Mojo, Raiders checklist number 21. Sandon Smith, parallel for the Roosters. Marquee, Payne Haas for the Broncos. Golden Marquee, Tommy Dearden for the Cowboys, number 78. Storm parallel checklist. New recruit, Marky Mark for the Roosters. Dally M, Samaima Torfa for the Raiders. Eels parallel checklist. New recruit, Josiah Yongi for the Eels. In the Kangaroos for the Masters Series. Morning, Jared. How did you get on with the Storm yesterday? Not as bad here. Jaden Sewer, parallel for the Dragons. Yeah, I woke up this morning and started watching the news and was completely surprised. We got a fair bit of thunder and lightning around us before it sort of hit. But when it hit, we only basically got a bit of rain and then it broke up and I got blue skies around me. And the same here for Mum and Dad. So we were very lucky looking at the news this morning. Jess Surgis in the reps. So I do hope everyone else is okay, to be honest. Yeah, I sort of keep forgetting about it. That makes, yeah. At the time that it hit me, my partner was leaving work at Dreamworld, and they apparently at that time went into a code red where everything had to be shut down because of the lightning and all that. And the wind was getting pretty bad, so I couldn't believe it. I was standing outside at the same time and not a thing. Number 3, Mitchell Barnett for the Warriors in the White League Sensations. Keanu Kinney, parallel for the Titans. New recruit, Matty Nicholson for the Raiders. Vegas, Chance Nicole Klokstad for the Warriors. Braden Trindle, parallel for the Sharks. Marquee, Jesse Southwell for the Knights. Dally M, Eliza Katoa for the Storm. Paul Alamotti, parallel for Panthers. New recruit, Regan Campbell Gillard for Titans. We had a few storms here yesterday. Yeah, Melbourne looks like it got hit hard. But parts of Brisbane and that. Yeah. South East Coast. Or the East Coast. That's just south. Jesse Ramian, Vegas for the Sharks. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, parallel for Warriors. In the reps, Keely Joseph. Pink Diamond, number 27, Shannon Mato for the Titans. Selwyn Cobbo, parallel for the Broncos. White Young Guns, Jackson Purdue for the Cowboys, number 158. Daly Cherry Evans, parallel for Manly. In the reps, James Fisher-Harris. I'm assuming those dings have got to do with trades and that to break 401. I will fix them up when we are finished here. Sam McIntyre for the Cowboys. New recruit, Blaze Talagi for Panthers. And that is the end of box number 1. I've even got a post-it note with the $300 gift card written on it, just so I don't forget it at the end of the break. Right in the middle of me screen. Held up footy and Pacific Championships right now. Yeah, I seen that. Oh, yeah. Hail as well, like that. Yeah. From what I've seen, just down the road, I never would have thought Hale was around either. So it was, yeah, that was, I'll post it. Yep. New recruit, Hohepa for Sharks. Sapphire Mojo, Jai Gray for the Rabbitohs. Number 22. Keon Colin Matengi, parallel for the Rabbitohs. Marquee, Tommy Dearden for the Cowboys. New recruit, Aaron Clark for the Warriors. Dally M, Olivia Koenig for the Roosters. Scott Drinkwater, parallel for the Cowboys. In the reps, Lindsay Collins for the Roosters. Marquee Valami Kickout for the Bulldogs. Marky Mark parallel for the Roosters. Golden Marquee Jamie Chapman for the Titans, number 93. Jermaine Isako, parallel for the Dolphins. New recruit Chad Townsend for the Roosters. Knights in the Masters Series. Junior Paulo, parallel for the Eels. In the reps, Xavier Coates. Black Young Guns, number 77. Marky Mark for the Roosters. Connor Tracy, parallel for the Bulldogs. Ruby Mojo, number 51. Christian for the Dragons. You needed one of them, didn't you, Ben? Dragons parallel checklist. New recruit Lazarus for Storm. Got sold approximately 10. Nico Hines, Vegas for the Sharks. Bo Fermor, parallel for Titans. Marquee, Zach Lomax for the Eels. Dally M, Isaiah Yo for Panthers. Jamal Fogarty, parallel for Raiders. Matthew Tomoko, Vegas for the Raiders. Jerome Hughes, parallel for the Storm. In the reps, Shanice Parker. New recruit Matt Arthur for Knights. White Young Guns, Benjamin Takura for the Broncos, number 61. Happy parallel for the Tigers. In the reps, Millie Elliott, Gillaroos. Fletcher Sharp, parallel for the Knights. New recruit Shabarsky for the Broncos. And that is box number 2. Marquee, happy for the Tigers. Blake Brayley, parallel for the Sharks. Pink Diamond for the Dragons, Racing McGregor, number 11. Val Holmes, parallel for the Dragons. New recruit, Lazarus for Storm. Emerald Mojo, number 9. Oh, jersey number. I don't think this is his team. But Harry Grant for the Storm. Nice. RCG parallel for the Titans. Marquee, Tiana Penatani for the Sharks. You recruit Jazz Tavega for Manly. Jillaroos, Tiana Penatani. Corey Pay, parallel for the Broncos. The Black Young Guns, number 147. Lucky Galvin for the Tigers. Corey Horsburgh, parallel for the Raiders. New recruit, Matt Arthur for the Knights. In the Blues for the Masters Series. Gerald Skelton, parallel for Tigers. In the Reps, Angus Crichton for the Roosters. Vegas, Nathan Cleary for Panthers. James Schiller, parallel for the Knights. Ruby Mojo, Big Tino for the Titans, number 30. Manly parallel checklist. New recruit, Aaron Clark for the Warriors. Murray Talagi, parallel for the Cowboys. Marquee, Cameron Munster for the Storm. Dally M, Brian To'o for Panthers. Oh, Dom Young, parallel for the Roosters. New recruit, Sanua Taruva for Tigers. Dally M. Zahara Tamara for the Raiders. Liam Martin, parallel for Panthers. In the reps, Kalen Ponga. New recruit, Hohepa for the Sharks. White Young Guns, Fletcher Sharp for the Knights, 179. Ryan Pappenhausen, parallel for Storm. Julie Robinson in the reps for Gillaroos. In the reps, Lauren Brown. Come on, Fins. Aaron, I was actually just looking at them, mate. You must have, yeah, felt that. Alright, box number 4. New recruit, Jamie Humphries for the Rabbitohs. New recruit, Daniel Saifiti for the Dolphins. Reed Marnie, parallel for the Bulldogs. No, still no double black diamond cases. Marquee Herbie Farnworth for the Dolphins. No, we are led to believe that there was one case that we know of that was out of our stock that did have it, but I can't. It wasn't us that opened it, so I don't know. New recruit, Zach Lomax for the Eels. Fins will bounce back, Aaron. Ruby Mojo, Josiah Yo for Panthers, number 41. Herbie LST. That's a big bounce back, Aaron. Adam Dewey, parallel for the Tigers. Vegas, Wade Egan for the Warriors. Lachlan Ilias, parallel for the Dragons. Golden Age, number 49 for the Dragons. Ali, parallel for the Warriors. New recruit for Manly. In the Blues Masters Series, Reece Walsh, parallel for the Broncos. In the Reps, Romy Teetsel. Julie Robinson in the Jillaroos. Kale Iro, parallel for the Sharks. New recruit, Saitili Tupanua for the Bulldogs. Sapphire Mojo. Paul Alamotti for Panthers, number 17. Jacob Saifiti, parallel for the Knights. Marquee, Dallin Martin Zalesniak for the Warriors. Dally M, Tommy Dearden for the Cowboys. Jamie Humphries, parallel for the Rabbitohs. Dally M, Tiana Penatani for the Sharks. Matthew Tomoko, parallel for the Raiders. In the Reps, Josh Kerr. New recruit, John Bateman for the Cowboys. White Young Guns, number 212, Joe Chan for Storm. Dolphins parallel checklist. In the Reps, Isabel Kelly for Jillaroos. Pink Diamond, Olivia Koenig for the Roosters, number 24. Zach Lomax, parallel for the Eels. 2 packets left for the box. In the Reps, Mitchell Moses. Marquee, Jamie Chapman for the Titans. And Big Tino, parallel for the Titans. Alright. Another box done and dusted. Let's get straight into box number 5. Marquee Keezy Apps for the Tigers. Parallel, Sanua Taruva for the Tigers. New recruit, Marcelo Montoya for the Bulldogs. New recruit, Kulikefu for the Dolphins. White Young Guns, Jai Gray for the Rabbitohs, number 114. Bulldogs parallel checklist. In the reps, Taryn Aiken for the Jillaroos. In the reps, Bree Chester. Emerald Mojo, number 10. Matthew Tomoko for the Raiders. Adam Pompey, parallel for the Warriors. New recruit, Jazz Tavega for Manly. Vegas, Isabel Kelly for the Jillaroos. Ethan Strange, parallel for the Raiders. Pink Diamond, Mackenzie Wheel for the Cowboys, number 6. Adam Reynolds, parallel for the Broncos. Marquee Val Holmes for the Dragons. Vegas, Paul Alamotti for Panthers. Jesse Ramian, parallel for the Sharks. New recruit, Lewis Dodd for the Rabbitohs. New recruit, Sanua Taruva for the Tigers. In the Blues for the Masters Series, Josiah Yo, parallel for Panthers. In the reps, Zach Lomax. Parallel, Luke Brooks for Manly. In the reps, we've got the Hammer. I got more Lewis Todd cards than he had games. We have a Team League Sensations. Number 4. David Fafita for the Titans. Lee Marschall, congrats. Jack Whiten, parallel for the Rabbitohs. New recruit, Carl Lawton for the Cowboys. Ruby Mojo, Eliza Katoa for the Storm, number 17. Daniel Saifiti, parallel for the Dolphins. Dally M, Shannon Mato for the Titans. Tyson Frizzell, parallel for Knights. Marquee and Fanua Blake for the Sharks. Dally M, Stephen Crichton for the Bulldogs. Parallel, Joe Offengowie for the Eels. Another box done and dusted. Let's keep chugging along. Let's go. Gold Marquee, Herbie Farnworth for the Dolphins, number 37. Jesse Arthurs, parallel for the Broncos. New recruit, Matty Nicholson for the Raiders. Black Young Guns, Chevy Stewart for the Raiders, number 82. Cameron McGuinness, parallel for the Sharks. New recruit, James Schiller for the Knights. Vegas, Dylan Edwards for Panthers. Kalen Ponga, parallel for the Knights. Olivia Koenig in the reps. Marquee, Angus Crichton for the Roosters. I got the Jillaroos cards on the head. We didn't get any in the first box. I've been wondering if I accidentally put any in the slots. Corey Horsburgh, Vegas for the Raiders. Panthers, parallel checklist. New recruit, Regan Campbell-Gillard for the Titans. In the Masters Series for the Knights. parallel Jake Trbojevic for Manly. In the reps, DCE. Ruben Cotter, parallel for the Cowboys. Ruby Mojo, number 52. Connor Watson. Ryan Madison, parallel for the Eels. New recruit, Marky Mark for Roosters. Pink Diamond, Madison Bartlett for the Raiders, number 36. Marcelo Montoya, parallel for the Bulldogs. Marquee Latrell Mitchell for the Rabbitohs. Dally M. Lauren Brown for Titans. Tommy Gilbert, parallel for the Dolphins. Gillaroos, Keezy Apps in the reps. Dally M. Joseph Tarpanay for the Raiders. Cowboys parallel checklist. New recruit Val Holmes for the Dragons. White Young Guns, Atane for the Warriors, number 57. Luke Metcalf, parallel for the Warriors. 3 packets left for the box. In the reps, Connor Watson. Marquee Ali Brigginshaw for Broncos. Jai Arrow, parallel for the Rabbitohs. Lucky last for box number 6. New recruit Ben Hunt for the Broncos. Dally M. Herbie Farmworth for the Dolphins. Tyrell Sloan, parallel for the Dragons. New recruit Stefano Utukmanu for Storm. New recruit Jerome Luai for the Tigers. White Young Guns, Harry Hayes for the Bulldogs, number 91. Dave Fifita, parallel for the Titans. In the reps, Reece Walsh. Sapphire Mojo. Storm Checklist, number 9. To go with the Emerald, number 9. Harry Grant. Xavier Savage, parallel for the Raiders. New recruit, James Schiller for the Knights. Dally M, Julia Robinson and Sheridan Gallagher. So that'll get randomised between Broncos and Knights at the end. Isaac Tago, parallel for Panthers. Parallel Dream Buller for the Tigers. Marquee Big Papa for the Raiders. Vegas Ethan Strange for Raiders. Leo Thompson, parallel for the Knights. New recruit Ben Hunt for the Broncos. In the Masters Series for the Knights, Tyrone Munro, parallel for the Rabbitohs. In the reps, Taminka Upton for Jillaroos. Golden Age, number 31 for Manly. Max Plath, parallel for Dolphins. In the reps, Lily Ann White. Ruby Mojo, number 36, Chance Nicole Klokstad for the Warriors. Roosters parallel checklist. Marquee James Tedesco for the Roosters. Molly Olakau'atu, parallel for Manly. That put us 6 packets left for the box. New recruit James Fisher-Harris for the Warriors. Daniel Saifiti in the base. Vegas Liam Martin for Panthers. Tommy Dearden, parallel for the Cowboys. 4th last packet for this box. You recruit Anfanua Blake for the Sharks. Parallel Xavier Coates for Storm. In the reps, Tommy Turbo. Marquee, Liam Martin for Panthers. And that's the end of another box. New recruit Carter Gordon for the Titans. Marquee Stephen Crichton for Bulldogs. Josiah parallel for Dolphins. Golden Marquee Bradman Best for the Knights, number 72. Tommy Turbo parallel for Manly. Marquee Ruben Cotter for the Cowboys. Vegas Blake Brayley for the Sharks. Cowboys parallel checklist. New recruit Josiah Papali'i for the Panthers. New recruit Shabarsky for Broncos. Daliam Keely Davis for the Roosters. Rabbitohs parallel checklist. In the reps, Patrick Carrigan. In the Masters Series for the Knights, Spencer Lenu parallel for the Roosters. In the reps, Azali Faye. Black League Sensations, number 38. Victor Radley for the Roosters. Will Warbrick parallel for the Storm. Ruby Mojo Hammer for Dolphins, number 41. Parallel Jacob Preston for the Bulldogs. New recruit Clinton Gutherson for the Dragons. Chance Nico Klokstad parallel for the Warriors. Marquee, Abby Church for the Eels. Dally M, Jerome Hughes for Storm. Ben Hunt, parallel for the Broncos. Vegas, Hudson Young for Raiders. Jermaine Hopgood, parallel for the Eels. In the reps, Ivania Palit. New recruit, Ethan Sanders for the Raiders. White Young Guns, Blaze Talagi for the Panthers, number 175. Renato Mortalo, parallel for the Sharks. In the reps, Jack Whiten. New recruit, Chad Townsend for the Roosters. And our BD for today, or for this break anyway, number 5, Josiah for Panthers. Nathan Cleary, parallel for Panthers. Box number 9. New recruit, James Fisher-Harris for the Warriors. Samai Matorfa in the reps for Gillaroos. White Young Guns, Blaze Isaiah Yongi for the Eels, number 97. James Tedesco, parallel for the Roosters. In the reps, Cameron Murray. Dally M, Julia Robinson for the Broncos. James Fisher-Harris, parallel for the Warriors. Harry Grant, parallel for Storm. New recruit, Adam Whenua Blake for the Sharks. Sapphire Mojo. Number 6, Stephen Crichton for the Bulldogs. Clinton Gutherson parallel for the Dragons. New recruit Daniel Saifiti for Dolphins. Marquee David Fafita for Titans. Golden Marquee Abby Church for the Eels, number 20. AJ Brimson parallel for the Titans. New recruit Stefano for the Storm. Blues in the Masters Series. Sebastian Chris parallel for the Raiders. In the reps, Dane Gagai. Vegas, Jessica Surgis for the Gillaroos. Tigers, parallel checklist. Vegas, Jackson Ford for the Warriors. Sharks, parallel checklist. In the reps, Shannon Mato. White League Sensations, number 65. Adam Fanua Blake for the Sharks. Dylan Edwards parallel for Panthers. New recruit Jerome Luai for the Tigers. Ruby Mojo, Braden Trindle for the Sharks, number 49. Parallel Ruben Garrick for Manly. Fourth last packet for the box. Marquee Nathan Cleary for Panthers. Payne Haas parallel for the Broncos. New recruit for Manly. Marquee Samima Torfa for the Raiders. Last packet for the box. Dally M, Adam Fanua Blake for the Warriors, and Jackson Purdue parallel for Cowboys. Last box for the hobby case. So I'm sort of expecting, this is my prediction, a duo or a ball patch. Or for Ben's sake, it could be a 1-1. Maybe that ball patch that I'm expecting could be a 1-1. Oh, first packet, here we go. Number 13, Storm Duo, Matt Price. Storm not having a bad break, quiet one, but doing quite well there. Raiders, Joseph Tarpanay. Yes, actually, on that note, there has to be a patch of some description. Marquee DCE for Manly. Unfortunately, I haven't seen a case without a standard patch. I haven't seen a case with a 1-1 patch either. So, James Tedesco, Dally M for the Roosters. Jerome Luai, parallel for Tigers. But based on past breaks and what we've already opened, yes, there should be at least a patch of some description in this box. You recruit Marcelo Montoya for the Bulldogs. White Young Guns, Oren Keeley for the Dolphins, number 26. Knights parallel checklist. Spotlight car patch. Yeah. That's, from what I understand, there should be at least a normal patch in every case. And that's so far what we've found. So, tipping in this box, there should be a patch. Braden Trindle, Vegas for the Sharks. Jacob Little, parallel for the Dragons. And there you go. In the reps, Ali Brigginshaw for Gillaroos. Edwards patch with the duo. Let's put it to the test, eh? Sapphire Mojo, number 21. Marky Mark for the Roosters. Jai Gray, parallel for the Rabbitohs. You recruit Carl Lawton for the Cowboys. Vegas, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck for the Warriors. Jeremy Marshall King, parallel for Dolphins. Marquee Bradman Best for the Knights. And we have a patch, number 13, Jaden Brayley for the Knights. Dylan Brown, parallel for the Eels. New recruit Kuli Kefu for the Dolphins. Kangaroos in the Masters Series. Stephen Crichton, parallel for the Bulldogs. Anyone else excited to see if Select is going to announce something on the 1st of November? Will they be that quick? Harry Grant, reps. Start leaking a teaser or something along those lines. Mitchell Barnett, parallel for the Warriors. In the reps, Jamie Chapman. Ruby Mojo, number 32. Ryan Madison. Can we get a third hit? Drive below. Mikey Fodawaika, parallel for the Titans. Now you got me thinking, how many black young guns did we get? New recruit Lewis Dodd for the Rabbitohs. New recruit Blaze Talagi for Panthers. Let's see something hinting at what they'll be doing in the league card next year. Dali M. Yasmin Clydesdale for the Knights. Can we just hit anything for the Bronx? Angus Crichton, parallel for the Roosters. Yeah, what did we hit? We hit the white young gun. I'm pretty, yep, white young gun early on for the Broncos. Alright, mate, full case to go, full case to go. We've got 3 packets left for this box. Quincy Dodd in the reps. Marquee Clinton Gutherson for the Dragons. Eliza Katoa, parallel for Storm. And lucky last for the hobby case. New recruit Josiah for Eels. Oh, alright, before we crack that next case, I am just going to quickly run to the toilet, guys, so I'll be back in a sec. Stay with us, and yeah, we'll come back and open that USA one. As you can see, we're back, guys. Give me a moment to get rid of these ones, and we'll get that USA case open. Find out who's scoring the USA case cup. Let's bring the chat back up. There it is. Thank you, William. Alright. Number 13 for the Panthers, Brent Hampton. Let's get these out. Let's go. First box out of the USA case. We've got a patch straight up. First packet, number 19, Campbell Graham for the Rabbitohs. Jaden Stewart, parallel for the Dragons. Okay, well, that is the first for me, number 156. We have another Storm duo. So, Matt Price scoring 206. Congratulations. I don't remember even doing that with Panthers last year, so. No. Did priority boxes and that. Anyway, Paul Alamotti, parallel for Panthers. We managed to hit double billies and shit. Oh, whoop, yep, double billies, SIGs in those breaks. So, Marquee, Daly Cherry Evans for Manly. Dally M, Stephen Crichton for the Bulldogs. Daly Cherry Evans, parallel for Manly. New recruit, Sanua Taruva for Tigers. Dally M, Shannon Mato for the Titans. Salami kick out, parallel for the Bulldogs. White Young Guns, Thomas Duffy for the Cowboys, number 92. Sam McIntyre, parallel for the Cowboys. In the reps, Reece Walsh. Sapphire Mojo, Mawaki Fodawaika for the Titans, number 9. Sandon Smith, parallel for the Roosters. New recruit, Carl Lawton for the Cowboys. Our first Stars and Stripes, number 46, Tane for the Warriors. New recruit, Aaron Clark for the Warriors. Vegas, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck for the Warriors. Storm parallel checklist. Marquee, Bradman Best for the Knights. And our first Super Boot, Matt Burton, number 48 for the Bulldogs. Not at the moment, Lee. New recruit, Hohepa for the Sharks. If you are looking for spots in a break, make sure you check out Jared Rees. I know he's got at least one up, if not a couple going. So, Masters Series Kangaroos. Keanu Kinney, parallel for the Titans. Oh, in the reps, Tamika Upton for Jillaroos. Give me a moment. Now, first duo Sig for the case. God, this has been a big box. Number 1. Here we go. For the Raiders. And Charlesworth. Ethan Strange, parallel for the Raiders. They definitely hide the numbers well on those duo Sigs. Tommy Turbo in the reps. Marquee Clinton Gutherson for the Dragons. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, parallel for the Warriors. New recruit, Cooley Kefu for the Dolphins. Vegas, Braden Trindle for the Sharks. Selwyn Cobbo, parallel for the Broncos. In the reps, Lily Ann White. Ruby Mojo, Jesse Arthurs for the Broncos. Yeah, I feel like that is a big box. Braden Trindle, parallel for the Sharks. And Stars and Stripes for the Storm, number 50. New recruit, Jazz Tavega for Manly. G'day. I want to say g'day, Chris, but I also don't want to be disrespectful. If I'm wrong, yeah, of course so. There we go. Excuse me. In the reps for the Gillaroos, Millie Elliott. Pink Diamond, Olivia Koenig for the Roosters, number 9. Yes, Dragons in this one, mate. Couple of hits in there. I can't remember, to be honest. Damien Cook, parallel for the Dragons. Oh, here we go. We've got the Golden Age, Pink Diamond, and a Ruby. New recruit, Anfanua Blake for the Sharks. Super Boot, Jermaine Isako for the Dolphins, number 40. Titans parallel checklist. Marquee, Herbie Farmworth for the Dolphins. Dally M, Isabel Kelly for the Roosters. Lindsay Smith, parallel for Panthers. In the reps, Shanice Parker. Black League Sensations, number 21. Jerome Hughes for Storm. Storm are kicking butt. Big Papa parallel for the Raiders. Stars and Stripes, Latrell Mitchell for the Rabbitohs, number 22. New recruit Stefano Utokumanu for the Storm. In the Masters Series, the Kangaroos. Terrell May parallel for the Tigers. In the Reps, Xavier Coates. Vegas, Julia Robinson for the Gillaroos. Jack Cogger parallel for the Knights. Ruby Mojo, Blake Brayley for the Sharks, number 29. Lehe Hawate, parallel for Manly. Stars and Stripes, Josiah for the Titans, number 10. New recruit Jerome Luai for the Tigers. Sapphire Mojo, Terrell May for the Tigers, number 7. Reese Robson, parallel for the Cowboys. New recruit Daniel Saifiti for the Dolphins. Vegas, Wade Egan for the Warriors. Patrick Carrigan, parallel for the Broncos. Marquis Dalmatine Zalesniak for the Warriors. Dally M. Jack Bostock for the Dolphins. Connor Watson parallel for the Roosters. New recruit James Fisher-Harris for the Warriors. White Young Guns, Lachlan Galvin for the Tigers, number 74. Cameron Munster, parallel for Storm. In the Reps, Lindsay Collins. 2 packets left for our second box in the USA case. Marquee, Jamie Chapman for Titans. Nico Hines, a parallel for the Sharks. New recruit for Manly. Alright, box number 2 out of the USA is done. New recruit Val Holmes for the Dragons. Marquee Samaima Taufa for the Raiders. White Young Guns, Jack Howarth for Storm, number 144. Zach Lomax, parallel for the Eels. In the reps, Jack Whiten. Super Boot, number 11, Nick Meaney for the Storm. Number 11, Storm still playing that. Reid Marnie, parallel for the Bulldogs. Patrick Carrigan in the reps. I hope Matt watches this. Or is watching would be even better, but you know, his work and everything, I understand. Has been massive. Stars and Stripes, Daniel Tupou for the Roosters, number 22. Marky Mark, parallel for the Roosters. Sapphire Mojo. Number 13, Corey Horsburgh for the Raiders. Ali, parallel for the Warriors. Marquee, David Fafita for Titans. Golden Marquee, David Fafita for Titans, number 18. Reece Walsh, parallel for the Broncos. In the Masters Series for the Blues, Kale Iro, parallel for the Sharks. In the reps, Zali Faye. Gillaroos, Jess Surgis. Isaac Tago, parallel for Panthers. Dally M, Herbie Farmworth for the Dolphins. Dolphins, parallel checklist. New recruit Ben Hunt for the Broncos. Dally M, Julia Robinson and Sheridan Gallagher. So that means each team will now receive one each. Big Tino, parallel for Titans. Marquee, Nathan Cleary for Panthers. Matthew Tomoko, parallel for the Raiders. Stars and Stripes, Josiah Yongi for Eels, number 59. Stefano Uticamano, new recruit for Storm. Vegas, Jackson Ford for the Warriors. Adam Dewey, parallel for Tigers. In the reps, Ivania Polite. White League Sensations, number 34. Jason Saab for Manly. Jacob Saifiti, parallel for the Knights. New recruit, Adam Fanua Blake for the Sharks. New recruit, James Schiller for the Knights. Hopefully select, don't make mistakes with the pictures like TLA have. You say that, but in TLA's defense, that's happened forever. At least back to the 90s that I know of. So, I don't know. Campbell Graham, Ruby Mojo for the Rabbitohs, number 23. Jamie Humphries, parallel for the Rabbitohs. No, that's right. Like, yeah, New recruit Chad Townsend for the Roosters. I think no matter what, you're still going to get some sort of mistakes. Hopefully there is just less and not as consistent. Jamie Humphries, White Young Guns for the Rabbitohs. 151. Adam Pompey, parallel for the Warriors. New recruit Lazarus for Storm. Dally M, Olivia Koenig for the Roosters. Jack Whiten, parallel for the Rabbitohs. In the reps, Keely Joseph. Having mental blank, we've already put one of her away. I'm pretty sure she's tight. No, she's Broncos. Yeah, we'll work it out at the end. Dream Buller Ruby Mojo for the Tigers, number 15. Daniel Saifiti, parallel for Dolphins. Marquee Tiana Penatani for the Sharks. Black Young Guns, Josiah Iongi for the Eels, number 145. Josiah parallel for Panthers. Stars and Stripes, Jackson Purdue for the Cowboys, number 16. Yeah, thank you. I thought so. I was just having a bit of a mental blank. New recruit Ethan Sanders for the Raiders. In the Blues for the Masters Series, Luke Brooks, parallel for Manly. In the Reps, Jessica Surgis. Chai still hiding. Nathan Cleary, Vegas for Panthers. Scott Drinkwater, parallel for the Cowboys. Vegas, Tiana Penatani for the Jillaroos. Sanua Taruva, parallel for Tigers. Dylan Edwards in the Reps. Marquee, Happy for the Tigers. Tyson Frizzell, parallel for the Knights. James Fisher-Harris in the reps. Pink Diamond, Racing McGregor for the Dragons, number 33. Adam Reynolds, parallel for the Broncos. Stack of Byron focus cards, all number ones, like high. No, I haven't seen it. Ooh, Jaden Campbell, Super Boot, number 38. Excuse me. New recruit, Clinton Gufferson for the Dragons. Emerald Mojo, number 10. Jeremy Marshall King for the Dolphins. Jesse Ramian, parallel for the Sharks. New recruit, Matt Arthur for the Knights. New recruit, Shabarsky for the Broncos. Stars and Stripes, Tyrrell's coming home strong. Terrell Sloan, 57. Joe Offengowie, parallel for the Eels. 2 packets left for the box. Marquee, Cameron Munster. Josiah, Dally M for Panthers. And Bulldogs parallel checklist. New recruit, Regan Campbell Gillard for the Titans. Golden Marquee, Roger Tuivasa Sheck for the Warriors, number 43. Parallel Dream Buller for the Tigers. Stars and Stripes, Felice Kafusi for the Dolphins, number 57. New recruit, Lewis Dodd for the Rabbitohs. You said you were chasing Lewis Dodd cards, didn't you, Nick? Black Young Guns, number 48. Bailey Haywood for the Bulldogs. Leo Thompson, parallel for the Knights. Marquee, Angus Crichton for the Roosters. Vegas, Corey Horsburgh for the Raiders. Tyrone Munro, parallel for the Rabbitohs. Dally M, Samaima Taufa for the Raiders. Roosters parallel checklist. Josh Kerr in the reps. New recruit Marcelo Montoya for the Bulldogs. In the Masters series for the Knights, Max Platt, parallel for Dolphins. In the reps, Romy Titzel. Super Coot, Latrell Mitchell for the Rabbitohs, number 55. Eels parallel checklist. Ruby Mojo. And DCE for Manly, number 11. Xavier Coates, parallel for Storm. Stars and Stripes, Sam Stonestreet for the Sharks, number 59 of 59. New recruit Blaze Talagi for the Panthers. Pink Diamond, Madison Bartlett for the Raiders, number 17. Tyrell Sloan, parallel for the Dragons. Marquee, Latrell Mitchell for the Rabbitohs. New recruit Matty Nicholson for the Raiders. Vegas Dylan Edwards for Panthers. I suppose going out for $3.98. Yeah, I would definitely say so. That was Nicholas Verwey. Whole card to parallel for Manly. That in the background to check your emails. I was just trying to think of when we actually did $3.98 Monday last week. I think it was. In the reps, Mitchell Moses for the Eels. Dally M, Eliza Katoa for Storm. David Fafita, parallel for Titans. So I was right, we did do it Monday then. New recruit, I have tracking for $3.98, but still saying in Mermaid Waters, so there is a delay, I believe. Probably just not updated, guys. We had that a while ago saying it was awaiting collect. There you go, Nick. Yours is awaiting collection at Rosewood. New recruit, Josiah Yongi for Eels. White Young Guns, Bailey Haywood for the Bulldogs, number 120, post with $3.98 has been done. Received my cards today. Yeah, they're normally pretty good. A week for it. Well, actually, I don't know that if it's already awaiting collection, it means it either came on Friday or today, so that's not too bad. Xavier Savage, parallel for Raiders. Oh, there you go. It's only a letter. It's not a parcel. So, thanks, Dad. Nick said. Isabel Kelly in the reps for Gillaroos. Last packet for the box. Halfway through the USA case now. Marquee, Ali Brigginshaw for Broncos. Tommy Dearden, parallel for the Cowboys. White Young Guns, Marky Mark for the Roosters, number 132. Sure, that was another one Benny was chasing. AJ Brimson, parallel for the Titans. In the reps, Shannon Mato. Sorry, my cards are from, it's still saying it now. Oh, 397, still saying they're at Mermaid Waters. That's Ben Patterson's. Alright, I'm tipping this is a team number 20. Dylan Edwards for the Panthers. Love me some marky marks. James Tedesco, parallel for the Roosters. New recruit Aaron Clark for the Warriors. Ruby Mojo, RCG for the Titans, number 28. Harry Grant, parallel for Storm. In the reps, Cameron Murray. Emerald Mojo, number 10. Cameron Munster for the Storm. Sebastian Chris, parallel for the Raiders. I think Storm are having one of the best breaks for any team this one. New recruit Lazarus for Storm. If you got $3.99 today, William, that would have been pretty good. Yeah, Ben said $3.97 still sitting at Mermaid Waters according to tracking. He's tracking. Super Boot, number 49. Kalen Ponga for the Knights. Ben's Roosters haven't been doing too bad, to be honest, either over there. Few teams. Tom Gilbert, parallel for Dolphins. I've just been paying attention more to Storm after hitting that duo. I sort of giggle to myself now. Pink Diamond, Mackenzie Wheel for the Cowboys. Tigers parallel checklist. Marquee Val Holmes for the Dragons. The duo.
I'm assuming it just hasn't been updated, but all stars.
Ben, just so you know, Dad said same as me. It just had good chance it just hasn't been updated. But he is going to put a claim or a note just to chase it up. An inquiry is the word. There you go. Paul Alamotti, Vegas for Panthers. Caleb Ponga, parallel for the Knights. So hopefully today you'll see an update on that one at some point. Blues in the Masters series. Dry Arrow, parallel for the Rabbitohs. Stars and Stripes, Blake Moser for the Broncos. Number 57. New recruit Matt Arthur for the Knights. Ben also said, thanks Dad, appreciate the help. Marquee and Fanua Blake for the Sharks. Dally M. Angus Crichton for the Roosters. Clinton Gutherson, parallel for the Dragons. Stars and Stripes, Lachlan Galvin for the Tigers. New recruit, Hohepa for the Sharks. New recruit, Jazz Tavega for Manly. Vegas, Isabel Kelly for the Jillaroos. Dylan Edwards, parallel for the Panthers. In the reps, Samaima Torfa for the Jillaroos. Marquee Keezy Apps for the Tigers. Ruben Garrick, parallel for Manly. New recruit, Sanoa Taruva for Tigers. Tiana Penatani, Dally M for the Sharks. Jackson Purdue, parallel for the Cowboys. Last packet for the box. In the reps, Dane Gagai. Marquee Zach Lomax for the Eels. Sapphire Mojo, number 4. Patrick Carrigan for the Broncos. Angus Crichton, parallel for the Roosters. Marquee Tommy Dearden for the Cowboys. Marquee Valami Kickout for the Bulldogs. Marcelo Montoya, parallel for the Bulldogs. Stars and Stripes, Tom Dearden for the Cowboys. Number 3. New recruit, Chad Townsend for the Roosters. And Vegas, Matthew Tomoko for the Raiders. Parallel, Luke Metcalf for the Warriors. In the reps, Keezy Apps for Jillaroos. Golden Marquee, Isabel Kelly for the Roosters, number 16. Eliza Katoa, parallel for the Storm. New recruit, Josiah Papali'i for Panthers. In the Masters Series for Kangaroos, Jacob Little, parallel for the Dragons. In the reps, Dally Cherry Evans. Black Young Guns, Blake Moser for the Broncos, 127. Is that a double Black Young Gun? No. Malaki Fodawaika, parallel for the Titans. Dally M, Zach Lomax for the Dragons. Panthers parallel checklist. New recruit, Ethan Sanders for the Raiders. New recruit, Shabarsky for the Broncos. Dally M, Abby Church for Eels. Ryan Madison, parallel for the Eels. In the reps, Olivia Koenig. White Young Guns, Lehe Hopawate for Manly, number 9. Jake Trbojevic, parallel for Manly. In the reps, Connor Watson. Tommy Turbo, Stars and Stripes, number 26. Ruben Cotter, parallel for the Cowboys. You recruit Carter Gordon for the Titans. Come on, White, where is the one? I think I'd actually be devastated if I now open that 1-of-1 without you in the break, Ben. Number 53, Jeremy Marshall King. And the 1-of-1. Jesse Arthur's parallel for Broncos. Super Boot. Adam Reynolds for the Broncos, number 22. I'm not saying they've had the best break, Josiah, but after a slow start, Broncos definitely picked up Clinton Gutherson, new recruit for the Dragons. Vegas, Nico Hines for the Sharks. Cameron McInnes, parallel for the Sharks. And that's another box down. 3 boxes to go. New recruit Josiah for the Eels. Vegas, Jesse Ramian for the Sharks. Raiders parallel checklist. Super Boot. Number 1. Not a jersey number. Nathan Cleary for Panthers. Jack Williams, parallel for Eels. Calling a Vegas booklet for Panthers in this box. New recruit Carl Lawton for the Cowboys. Ruby Mojo, Zach Lomax for the Eels, number 24. I didn't think I'd hear you say you needed a Marky Mark card, Ben. Bronson Sherry, parallel for the Bulldogs. Marquee Payne Haas for the Broncos. Golden Marquee Adamfanua Blake for the Sharks. Number 11. James Fisher-Harris for the Warriors. Look, I've met a guy back in the select days. He used to try and put a master set together and then have a page of spares for pretty much all signatures. So having a couple of spares, that's nothing. In the reps, Payne Haas. Yeah, his collection's insane. And then when he goes, this is just me trade folder. Stars and Stripes, Clinton Gutherson for the Dragons, number 5. And then he trades it and he doesn't like seeing the hole in the page, so he tries to get it back. New recruit Kefu for the Dolphins. Knights in the Masters series. Payne Haas, parallel for the Broncos. Jesse Arthur's in the reps. White League Sensations. Number 73. Dylan Edwards for Panthers. Sharks parallel checklist. Pink Diamond, Shannon Mato for the Titans, number 68. No, because we got the 2 team league sensations. Lachlan Galvin, parallel for the Tigers. Stars and Stripes, Max Plath for the Dolphins, number 45. New recruit Lewis Dodd for the Rabbitohs. Vegas Chance Nico Coxad for the Warriors. Bradman Best parallel for the Knights. Marquee Jesse Southwell for the Knights. New recruit Blaze Talagi for Panthers. Yeah, Matt Price, and I don't think he's even watching. Dally M, Millie Elliott for the Roosters. Christian Parallel for the Dragons. In the reps, Josiah Yo. Marquee, Tommy Turbo. Jaden Campbell, parallel for Titans. Dally M, Harry Grant for Storm. Cam Grant, parallel for the Rabbitohs. New recruit Marcelo Montoya for the Bulldogs because of the Storms all around. Because of the Storms all around. Yeah, right. I had to reread that a couple of times then. Chevy Stewart White Young Guns for the Raiders, number 46. Oops. The Hammer parallel for Dolphins. Kira Dib in the reps. Took you a bit there, just a couple. Alright, second last box for the break. Vegas Liam Martin. Parallel Addo Carr for the Eels. Jaden Campbell in the reps. Not going to lie, my fingers are starting to hurt. Starting to feel them. They just started though, all of a sudden. Ruby Mojo, Victor Radley for the Roosters, number 35. Matt Burton, parallel for the Bulldogs. Stars and Stripes, Jai Gray for the Rabbitohs, number 14. New recruit, Marky Mark for the Roosters. Golden Age, number 94 for the Storm. Yeah, we got this then, don't we? We got it. Wade Egan, parallel for the Warriors. We get to back it up again tomorrow, Ben. In the reps, Kennedy Sherrington for the Eels. Sapphire Mojo, Ruben Cotter for the Cowboys. Number 5. Brian Top, parallel for Panthers. You recruit Matty Nicholson for the Raiders. No, I'll just need to go and put some cream into my hands when I get home. Black Younger, still not the Rabbits. 157. Carter Gordon for the Titans. Jason Saab, parallel for Manly. Marquee Big Papa for the Raiders. Vegas Ethan Strange for the Raiders. Thomas Duffy, parallel for the Cowboys. Stars and Stripes, Big Papa for the Raiders, number 23. Jack Howarth, parallel for the Storm. New recruit, RCG for Titans. In the Blues for the Masters Series, Victor Radley, parallel for the Roosters. In the Reps, Ben Hunt. Marquee, Liam Martin for Panthers. Well, that wind's definitely picked right up again. Pardon? Dally M, Stephen Crichton for the Bulldogs. Broncos parallel checklist. Lee, you must have missed something, brother. You weren't watching. Number 57, Super Boot, Zach Lomax. We've ticked one of them off for you, mate. Yeah, we did. There it is. Titans having a good break. New recruit, Val Holmes for the Dragons. New recruit, James Schiller for the Knights. Dally M, Kimberly Hunt for the Dragons. Cody Walker, parallel for the Rabbitohs. In the Reps, Yasmin Clydesdale. 3 packets left for our second last box. In the Marquee, Teddy for the Roosters. Herbie Farmworth, parallel for the Dolphins. Yes, well, unfortunately, no double BD. Well, we do have 2 packets left, so we may still hit one this box and one next box. We'll see, but I don't like our chances. New recruit, Ben Hunt for the Broncos. White Young Guns, Tony Francis for the Titans. Number 65. And Adam Fanua-Blake, parallel for the Sharks to finish off the box. Alright, last box for break 400. Let's do it. BD Latrell, he says. White Young Guns, Blake Moser for the Broncos, number 205. Fletcher Sharp, parallel for the Knights. In the Reps, Bree Chester. BD, number 1, nice. Patrick Carrigan for the Broncos. Well, I'm not going to lie, Broncos did start off slow, but they definitely finished a bit stronger than they started. Keon Kolomatangi, parallel for the Rabbitohs. And of course the Broncos supporter in the back pipes up. Champions. Did the second Emerald come out? Saw the Storm one. Honestly couldn't tell you off the top of my head. Super Boot number 2. Thomas Duffy for the Cowboys. New recruit Saiteli Tupanua for the Bulldogs. Golden Marquee Ryan Pappenhausen for Storm. Number 80. Jermaine Isako parallel for the Dolphins. Marquee Ruben Cotter for the Cowboys. Vegas Blake Brayley for Sharks. Junior Paulo parallel for the Eels. What a tackle he put on. Stars and Stripes, Marcelo Montoya for the Bulldogs. I did have 3 cards. Number 54. Oh, well, there you go. Nice. New recruit John Bateman for the Cowboys. In the Masters series for the Knights, Connor Tracy parallel for the Bulldogs. In the reps, Zach Lomax. And our duo, number 35 for the Panthers. Warriors parallel checklist. Dally M. Jerome Hughes for the Storm. Apsai Coruscant parallel for Tigers. Stars and Stripes. Aleha Hawate, number 35 for Manly. New recruit Jamie Humphreys for the Rabbitohs. New recruit Carter Gordon for the Titans. Dally M. Stacey Awaka for the Broncos. Marky Mark parallel for the Roosters. In the reps, Taryn Aiken for Jillaroos. Marquee, Stephen Crichton for Bulldogs. Jerome Hughes, parallel for Storm. New recruit, Josiah Papali'i for Panthers. Hudson Young, Vegas for Raiders. Dragons, parallel checklist. In the reps, Hammer for Dolphins. 4 packets left. Ruby Mojo, Bradman Best for the Knights, number 25. Bo Fermor, parallel for the Titans. New recruit, Zach Lomax for the Eels. Golden Age, number 71 for the Tigers. Got a bit excited then for a second lead. Jamal Fogarty, parallel for the Raiders. Alright, lucky last. Marquee Abbey Church for the Eels to finish us off. Alright, let's put these in tray. Leaving, we have our Jillaroos cards, which we will do them first. Randomised between all 17, along with our Master Series cards. Hopefully everyone, whoever gets these, can put an actual set together. There should be 20 there, so 5 spare. And last but not least, we will have the $300 gift card randomised between all 17. Yes, I know, Ben. I'm sorry, mate. I had high hopes. I thought it was meant to be. That's all right. Let's go 3 times round the merry-go-round. And that will also be 3 times. So 3 times 3. So let's get it started for the Jillaroos, number 1, number 2, and lucky last, number 3. Just making sure I had changed screens. Matt Price with the Storm. Alright, refresh for the Masters Series cards. Number 1. Number 2, and lucky last, number 3. No way. That's never happened. Matt Price with the Storm. Alright, lucky last, $300 gift card. 3 times around the merry-go-round. Number 1. Number 2, and lucky last, number 3. No way. No way. Well, that's the rules. So Matt Price is one lucky person today. Had a killer break and just cleaned up in the randomisations. Congratulations, mate. Go and buy yourself a lottery ticket. Yeah, I've never seen that in the years that we've done those. Alright guys, well that is it for break 400, and what a way to finish. Yeah. So 401. Aaron, as much as I feel like I agree with you, once we start doing things like that,
it takes away. Yeah, we can't do a redraw, mate. That's the rules. That's the way it is. Other people do say in their rules about if you hit, then you're removed out of those. I understand, Aaron, but yeah, it is just the way the cookie crumbles on that one. Bit unlucky, I understand, and I apologise on that part, but no redraws. Sorry, guys, that is it. That is all for this one, and I hope you all join us again tomorrow for break 4.